Hi. In my last video, we talked about the introduction to the body of your speech. We gave the definition of the introduction, its purpose, and we also gave several examples that you could use for your own introductions. Hi, my name is Eric, and welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the body of your speech. Specifically, we are going to give you several techniques that you could use to organize your speech so that it becomes easier to understand and remember. So, what are the techniques that you could use to organize your speech or presentation? Well, the first technique is to divide it into different points or points of discussion. And the ideal number is to divide it into 5 or less, with 3 being the ideal. Now, why divide it into 5? Why not 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Well, the more points you have means as you go into your 6th, 7th, 8th, ninth point, your audience may have already forgotten the first 3 points, unless they're taking down notes. And the second reason is because the less points you have means that you have more time to spend for each point or discussing each point, which will enhance the understandability of your message because, well, you explain more and you only have 3 points, which is easier for your audience to remember. The second technique is the chronological technique. This is where you divide your speech into, say, past, present, and future. Or you can say, this was 5 minutes ago, this was a minute ago, and this is right now. So dividing your speech into different sections based on time is the chronological technique. The other technique is the spatial technique. That is SPATIAL, spatial, which comes from the word space, or in other words, location. So your divisions or your points of discussion pertains to a certain location. For example, you were born in this city, you became a teenager in this city, and after you got married, you moved to this city. So, by location, that is the meaning of the spatial technique. Now, the next technique is the sequential technique. This is where you divide your speech or your presentation into a sequential format. For example, you're defining or you're describing how to build a house. So the first step is to lay out the foundation. The second step is to put up the walls, and the third step is to install the roof. So this is very useful for describing things that you do in sequence. However, you can also use it, for example, when you are describing something. For example, the history of Russia, USSR. So you can say that, first of all, this is what you say, and then second, this is what you say, and then third, this is what you say. And you can also use, say, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, first, next, finally. So there are several methods that you could use to utilize the sequential technique. Now, the fifth technique that I can share is the comparison technique. This is where you compare either an object, place, event, or whatever, right? So you can say that this thing is better than this thing. You can say the advantage of this and the disadvantage of this. Or maybe you can even say, for example, if you're comparing phones, this phone has these features while this phone has these features. So you're not exactly comparing them, however, you can ask the audience later on. So it's up to you whether you want phone A or phone B based on the features. Now, the sixth technique is called the cause and effect technique. So this is very popular in companies. For example, if your company has a problem or you have an improvement that you want to propose, using the cause and effect technique is very useful. You can also modify it so that you can say problem, cause, solution, or just problem and solution. That is how the cause and effect is used. Now, the final technique that you could use is the topical technique, meaning you divide your main topic into several subtopics. You make sure that each topic is different, that you don't cause them to overlap each other. However, all three or all five subtopics has to have a relationship or needs to be related to the main topic. And that's it. Those are the different techniques that you could use to organize your speech. In our next video for the public speaking series, we are going to talk about the conclusion. Hi, if you like this video, please like it. If you didn't, well, don't dislike it. If you want to leave a comment, please do so. I will try to answer if it deserves an answer. But if you really, really, really like this video, then please subscribe, share, and hit that notification button so that you will be informed when I upload a new video.